Okay, so I wanted to continue that conversation. And we're going to look up the word. Trying to get out of this Spanish channel.
Comedia. Está en Broadway.
Okay, so we out of the Spanish channel. The Tree of Life. Brad Pitt, Sean Penn, Jessica Chastain, Fiona Shaw, and this highly philosophical film by acclaimed director Terrence Malick. Young Jack Hunter McCrae is one of the three brothers growing up as part of the O'Brien family. Okay, this looks like it's just. Well, actually, you could rewind. I didn't even realize that. Okay, so let's pause that for a second. I want to look up this word so that way I can get more in depth into what I'm trying to say. You know? And I'm going to talk about myself. You know what I'm saying? Because I have a tendency of talking about myself, but I use myself as an example. You know, I don't never say, even when I'm talking to her, I never say, well, you know what? When I was growing up, this was happening to me, and I was treated like this. You know what has changed is that I say, I thank God for my upbringing. I thank God for what I was taught. Because of what I was taught, I'm able to make it. I'm able to make it. You know. They got a site. Let's see what's on this site. Oh no. Oh, this is not actually the site. This is a cosmetic site. Okay, so let me get to.
Narcissistic.
Oh, not what?
Narcissistic.
Narcissistic is having an excessive or erotic interest in oneself and one's physical appearance. Okay, let's say conceited, self-loving, in love with oneself, self-admiring, self-regarding, wrapped up in oneself. Self-loving is in love with oneself, and self-regarding is wrapped up in oneself. Self-absorbed, self-obsessed, self-centered. What's that? Egotistic, egotistical, uh, narcissistic. Wait a minute.
Narcissistic.
Narcissistic personality disorder. Okay. Narcissistic
Narcissistic personality disorder.
is a personality disorder with exaggerated levels of self-obsession, sense of self-importance, lack of empathy, arrogant behavior, excessive urge for admiration, strong sense of entitlement. Really requires lab tests or imaging. Mental disorders and feeling self-important, but low self-esteem. It's so important. It's about you, but yet still, your self-esteem is still low. You know, you still go into a depression stage. You still go into that stage of, why is this happening to me? God is great and God is good, and we thank Him for our bagel. By His hand we must be fed. Give us thought our daily bread. Bless the hand that labor and the hand that prepares. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. So, okay, so what is a narcissism,
Narcissistic.
narcissistic, narcissism, and the traits of a nar,
Narcissistic.
narcissist, narcissist. Common traits of a narcissist are a sense of self-importance and the belief that he is special and superior to others. According to psychology today, a narcissistic also has a sense of entitlement and lack of empathy towards others. And that's so true. Empathy is what? Some type of lie? Let's look at that word. EMP. EMP. Wait. Okay, they say 19 signs you was raised by a narcissistic mother or father. Learning how to understand and make peace with your childhood is one of the most healing and empowering experiences you could ever go through. I'm going to read this, so just in case I fall into the category, and maybe some of your parents fall into it. Maybe some of yous as parents. Let's share. Let me see. Take no cinnamon on this one. When we as children, we looked up to our parents for support, encouragement, and love. And when we are denied these feelings, we develop a variety of relief, behavior patterns, and coping mechanisms to help us survive in such a difficult environment. As adults, we often play out these same coping mechanisms, often to our own detriment. The thing about being, oh my goodness, my Mac can be very aggravating at times. All right. Okay. I have to go get my mouth. The thing about being the child of a narcissistic mother and our father is that it often contributes to something known in shamanic terminology as soul loss. Soul loss is the ability to contact or experience our souls due to the unresolved wounds, traumas, and fears we've accumulated over the year. That's why people don't get saved. The first step in healing this soul loss is to be willing to explore what you went through as a child. The process This process of exploring the narcissistic actions is of your parent isn't done to condemn them or victimize yourself. Instead, this process is done to help you understand the root cause of any pain. You're still experiencing, to learn how to release it and to move on with your life. This becomes a strengthening and rejuvenating process. Okay. I don't even taste no jelly. I think he gave me a whole hunk of cream cheese. I'm going to pass with that one. Okay, 19 signs. The thing about having a narcissist, oh my God. Narcissistic. Narcissistic, right? Narcissistic. Narcissistic. Okay. The thing about having a narcissistic mother and or father is that you have been taught to believe that you are the crazy and imbalanced one instead of them. This causes you to constantly doubt yourself and any feelings you have about them. Well, I wasn't raised that way because I don't doubt myself, and I didn't have no strange feelings against my mother. And I don't have no kind of feeling against my father, because I don't even tell my story. The only people that know I was raised by my grandmother is those that know my grandmother. People who meet me, they have no knowledge. And if I would tell the story, it would be my mother didn't raise me. And at the time, I didn't know why she didn't raise me. I didn't know why she didn't want to raise me. But after she died, somebody told me a story about what happened. Now, whether it's true or not, I have no idea. You know what I'm saying? I have no idea whether it's true or not. But I can only go by what I was told. And whether I believe it or whether I don't believe it doesn't matter, because she's deceased today. And she's not here to defend herself. Or she's not here to let me know whether or not that was true or not. So I don't get myself caught up in those things. Well, I ain't even getting well. I didn't get a refill, so I'm owed 2 refills. So this was refill 11/27, 12/27. No, I know. I was right. It's time for the refill now. So I have not. Thank God. Maybe if I had grew up that way, maybe if I had stayed in the atmosphere. I don't know. I'm not going to say that. But let's go on to see. Let's read on. That pill requires me to drink lots of water. That's probably why my bowel feel. Okay, so now let's go on. Continue. Another major sign of being raised by narcissist, narciss. Okay, so we're going SI, SI, let me see what the word. CISSISTS. CISSISTS.
Narcissistic.
Narcissistics. Narcissistics. Narcissistic is the constant guilt you struggle with. In other words, while you might suspect that there is something off with your parents, you feel ashamed to think about them in such a way, and you tend to start beating yourself up instead. No, no. I wasn't raised by my mother, so I can't say something was off about her. I wasn't raised by, my father was there, and I didn't see nothing off about him. I was raised by my grandmother. I ain't seen nothing off about her, so I wasn't raised that way. Okay, but there is a very good reason why you come to this article. And while you may still have lingering doubt, I hope the following information can clear your mind. First, you should know that there are two main kinds of narcissists. Ooh, that's some word.
Narcissistic.
Narcissistics. Narcissistic. Engulfing narcissistic. These are parents who see their children as extensions of themselves. In other words, engulfing narcissistic parents become obsessively involved in your life to an extreme extent. They don't respect your boundaries. They acknowledge you as a separate person. Okay. Now, engulfing narcissistics. These are parents who see their children as extensions of themselves. In other words, engulfing narcissistic parents become obsessively involved in your life to an extreme extent. They don't respect your boundaries or acknowledge you as a separate person. Now, I can vouch that I ain't one of those, right? I do not involve myself in my children's life. And that may have been a problem for me because if I had a, now when I say I don't involve myself, don't take it as, I send them to school and I let them be. No. Their education, I'm involved in their education. I try to be a part of their education, right? I try to be a part of their spiritual life because I try to keep them in church. Now, they boyfriends. Now, I don't know why. Now, maybe that's why my kids did not bring their boyfriends around. But I always thought the reason why they didn't bring them around because they knew I wouldn't approve of them. Not because I would find something negative about them. But maybe so. But here's my thing. The man that you bringing around me is going to be a part of my life because I'm going to see him. He's going to be in my home. You see what I'm saying? He's going to be around you. So because of my welfare and my well-being of you as my child, I want to know who you are affiliating with. But here's my problem. I may tell them, listen, that guy, leave that guy alone. That guy, you shouldn't mess with that guy. Or this guy is good for you or whatever. And they wind up don't want to be with the guy. And I always looked at it, the reason why they didn't want to be with the guy, because I approved the guy. Now, when I disapprove of a guy, that's the guy they be with. So, me, growing up, I always took my boyfriends around, which I ain't had that many, so let me clear that up. The guys that I would date, that I would give them the time of day to date me. They either went through my grandmother or I would bring them around my grandmother. Okay. There, remember I said this, I'm going to do this video on me first, and then I'll go to the person that I was talking about. Then I'll start talking about the person I was talking about. Okay, so now, there was a guy that wanted to date me. I can't remember where I met him at. I think I met him in school or something like that. Maybe on the train or something. And he came to the house. He met mommy. He was an African. Now, I have to say that mommy did not discriminate against culture. So that let me know she wouldn't have discriminate against color. Because he was an African and she met him. He came to the house because he wanted to take me out. I think he said he wanted to take me out to the movies, or he wanted to take me out to dinner, or he wanted to do both. I don't know mommy's response when he said movie. I don't know whether mommy said we don't go to movies or you can't take her to the movies. I don't know. And I can't really remember whether we went to the movies or not. But I know that was the thought pattern. The thought pattern. I'm going to take you out. I want to take you out. So mommy approved it. He came in the house. He sat down. He was a short guy. I remember him good. I don't remember his name because it was African, so I couldn't remember. But he was a short dude. I remember his clothing. He was dressed very presentable. He had on these wide bottom pants. We call them bell bottoms. At that time, that was the style that was out. And he was very presentable. He was a nice man, and he really did like me. We walked. He was very affectionate. He hold doors for me. We didn't have no car, so I think we took a cab. He would hold doors for me. We walking down the street, he was like a very protective man, but in a nice way. Now, I don't know how it would have been if we had started dating, but at the moment, that's how it was. Okay, so that being said, that was the first guy that I dated. The next guy I dated that mommy was involved in, I knew about, was, let me see, that was while I was with her. The African guy was while I was with her. So after that dude, I didn't date nobody else. And I'll be honest with you, that wasn't my type of, I don't know how to say it, but that wasn't too much. That wasn't too much my thing. I didn't too much trying to put this so that I can do my coffee. I wasn't too much into dating. And what I mean is that due to the fact, eh, due to the, no, not due to no fact. He really didn't give me no jelly. Maybe I didn't say it. Eat my coffee up. But so so that was the only guy that I dated while living with mommy. And I think I was about 17. I was 17. Well, yeah, I had to be 17 because I was in high school. So I was about 17. And I got out of high school. Now that I'm thinking about it, I got out of high school when I was 17. So, I want a picture. All right, so I didn't date anymore until I went to Utah. And that's when I met my husband. So upon meeting him, I'm going to be honest with you, I couldn't stand him. Didn't like him. You know, I don't want to really go into debt because this is not that type of video. I'm just going through the parenting. So I was, okay, so let me finish that. I went to Utah, met my husband, married him. Okay. Then I did another date and I met my youngest daughter, Danielle. I met her father, right? And we conceived a child together. So that was the second guy I dated. The next guy after him, and just think that was 7 years after my last child. So I already had 3, and they was by my husband. And then I had Danielle, which was 7 years later. So Danielle is 7 years younger than my last child, which is 7 years later. And then upon having her, then I met another guy, right? I did get pregnant by him, not intentionally. Well, none of my pregnancies was intentionally, except for my marriage ones, you know? But Danielle wasn't planned. We didn't say, okay, we're going to have a child. We're going to get a child. Let's do this. No, it happened. You know what I'm saying? And so she was here. I had to, had to keep her. So upon that, go on. met Sherwood, got pregnant by him. He got killed, and I wound up miscarrying the child. So those are three guys in my life. It was the African dude. Well, actually, it was four. The African dude, my husband, Danielle's father, which his name is Isaac, and then it was Sherwood, and then back to my husband. So I didn't mess around too much. So my thing with saying that is that I brought out of all those guys, the only guy that my grandmother did not meet was Isaac. She met the African dude. She met my husband. She didn't meet Daniel's father, but she met my, the guy that got killed. She met him. And she had told me that she don't think I should go to the funeral. Yeah, she said, I don't think you should go to the, I can't really remember why, but I think she was saying, I don't think it's smart for you to go to the funeral because I don't know whether she knew I was pregnant, but she kind of like talked about that, like in a roundabout way. I don't think you should go to the funeral because, see, these things affect people, and you never know what's going to happen, And who knows, maybe the funeral affected me, and that's why I had a miscarriage. But anyway, not to even talk about that because that's another story. And that's a story time story. So now, with that being said, I wasn't an engulfing nor a narcissistic. Yo, that's a Thai tonguer. That is really a Thai tonguer. I have to keep going back to the word to hear it. Narcissistic, okay. So I wasn't a golfing narcissistic. I gave my children boundaries. Okay, so I was stating how I brought my boyfriends home to meet my grandmother. Now, I really don't know why I didn't take Isaac to meet mommy. I don't know why, because I did. Well, maybe because I didn't plan on having no child by him. Danielle just came along. And me and him broke up about 2 weeks after I found out I was pregnant. But I was breaking up with him before I found out. And when I found out, I said, okay, I'm going to wait and I'm going to see how he going to act. And I'll give him like 2 weeks. Well, I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't put no set time. I didn't put no 2 weeks. It just happened to roll into 2 weeks. But I didn't put no set time on. I just said that I'm going to see how it works. And if it doesn't work, I'm leaving. I'm going to take my baby and I'm leaving, right? And I wasn't thinking about having no abortion. I wasn't thinking about nothing because I wasn't even thinking about getting pregnant. I had a miscarriage, you know what I'm saying? So, no, I didn't have a miscarriage yet. I met him first. So, I never had a miscarriage. That was my first miscarriage that I had. That's my pressure pill. It's doing a good job, I gotta say. I gotta put water or whatever I'm drinking in my mouth first and then swallow the pill because I don't like to taste it and I don't like to feel it. So now, that was a multivitamin. So I'm taking blood pressure, I'm taking a multivitamin, and I'm taking calcium and vitamin D. So now, yes, it's helping. I feel it different. But anyway, it's not a health video. So now, with that being said, where was I? Met the guy died, then I had a miscarriage, right? So I'm getting back to the depth of the conversation to this video. I brought my guys around mommy because I wanted approval from mommy. I wanted mommy to meet them. I wasn't showing them off. I wanted mommy to meet them. And I wanted my opinion. I wanted her opinion on my life with this person. Whether I should be with him, whether I should not be with him. Now, to be honest, she gave me her opinion on my husband. But unfortunately, I didn't take that opinion to heart. Because the plans wasn't a marriage. A plan was not to have no children with my husband. There was no marriage in sight. You know, I wasn't in love with him. I wasn't thinking about him. You know, it was like a hate relationship on my part. It maybe was a love on his, but a hate on mine. So it's a possibility that maybe he loved me a little bit more than I loved him. You know, but I grew to love him, and I eventually, you know, my heart is so open and compassionate that I easily fall in love with people I easily fall in love with people, and I'll say that based on the things that they do, the things they say, how they treat me. I'll fall in love with you, and I'll stay in love with you forever. You treat me right. You don't have to buy me nothing. I'll live in a shack with you. That's just how I am. I don't need no. I'm not looking. Let me finish this. I don't need no big house. I don't need no fancy cars. I don't need a lot of money. You see what I'm saying? You just give me your love, and you know what? We can make it on that. You let me take care of you, because that's my thing. That's a gift that God gave to me, and that's all I want to do for anybody, is to just take care of them. And when I get to that point where I can't take care of them no more, not because of sickness or whether it's because of sickness but when a person has decided they no longer need my help, you know what? It tears me apart. And then I'll start having a pity party, and I'll start talking to God and asking God, why, what's the matter with me? What have I done that I deserve this? What is it that I didn't do that caused this person to no longer need me? Because I'm a needy person. I like to be. But needy means I'm not depending. Not that type of needy where I need your help for this. And no, the needy part of me is that I want to be there for you. I've heard people say that I was clingy. I heard somebody say that. It wasn't a guy. I heard it was my family member. Let me get that straight, because I don't want anybody to think I'm gay. Or a lesbian, should I say. No, it was my family member, and they were saying that about one of my children, that we so clingy, And they were saying, I don't like that, because, well, I'll be honest, I'll tell who it is. It was my sister, and I had just met her, and I hadn't seen her since I was a child, I knew of my sisters, but I wasn't around them that often. I was only around one of them. But this particular sister I didn't see in years, and I ran into her, and I found out that she lived right next, almost in my backyard, walking distance from where I lived, and I was at her house all the time. My kids was over there, you see what I'm saying? And we would go over there, and we would sit with her and stuff like that. And I never thought nothing of it. But then after a while, she started backing off. I would call. I wouldn't get no answer. When I did get an answer, I would say, all right, I'm coming. Well, no, don't come today. So I began to catch on. I said, well, all right. She don't want to be bothered. And then after a while, I think we got into a disagreement one time, and I brought it out because I'm that type of person. If I feel like something going on, that's what my word says. If you think your brother got an order against you, leave your gift at the altar and go. I'm going to paraphrase and reconcile. Excuse me, get it straight, find out what it is. And once you have cleared it up, then you come back. And you present your gift. So, moving right along, moving forward. So, with that being said, once I took the guy that died to mommy said that he was nice. You know, she never told me, you know, you ain't got no business messing with him.
11 o'clock.
She never, look at this, look at this. She never said that you're married, don't mess with him, you're living in sin, you're going to go to hell. I never said that. I brought the guy to the house. You know, she was kind of like, when I say standoffish, I could tell that her spirit wasn't in it. But her human body was. You know, she met the guy shook her hand, gave her a kiss on the cheek, and, you know, he sat down on the chair. You know, she didn't question him. We stayed in the kitchen. I was in the kitchen with her, and we talked in the kitchen. And so I was like, so mommy. No, I didn't say it then. So we talked, whatever. Did whatever. And then we left, right? And I think like maybe a month later, he died. He got killed. And I told mommy that, and she was like, what? I was like, yes, ma'am. I guess she heard it in my voice. I was like, yes, ma'am. They killed him, and I told her what happened. She was like, oh my goodness. So with that being said, okay, so now, me being, my boundaries was never broken into. Mommy had her room. I was in the living room because she had a 1-bedroom. She would never come and invade me. I could go in that room and be in that room for hours upon hours, and she would never come in there. You know, if it was something that she wanted to say to me, she wanted me to go to the store, something like that, that's when she would come in. She would come and talk to me when I would get mad. If I got mad at something she said that was right, and I would get all upset and, you understand? She'd be like, I do understand. I find myself saying the same thing to Dan. She'd be like, you don't understand, you understand? I'd be like, yes, I do. It's you that don't understand. You don't understand me. And that's why I would say to her, if you knew me, a lot of things you would say and do, you wouldn't do. See, I knew mommy. Thank God for that gift. I'm able to not analyze people. Well, analyze them. That's the word I would use, the worldly word. But spiritually, the spiritual word is that I have discerning of spirits, and I have insight. I get insight from the Holy Ghost on people. So I'm able to read them very well, and I'm able to keep peace. I'm able to not be in arguments with people. I'm able to know how to handle things, and having the Holy Ghost, when things is going out of whack and getting ready to go out of whack, the Holy Ghost will warn me and let me know, and I wouldn't fall into the trap. And that's what caused me to be able to get along with everybody. You see what I'm saying? I have a way with children. When children see me, they love me. You see what I'm saying? And I guess they can detect my spirit just like I can detect theirs. And I can tell if they devils, and I stay away from them. Children, yes, children. They have demons in them. Okay. I hope this video will be very informative and will teach y'all some things. So now, with that being said, so I don't mess around with my children's boundaries. I said they don't respect your boundaries or acknowledge you as a separate person. I do. It's like I said, I am a helpful person, so I may get involved in conversations that they may have about certain things, and I will put my insight on it. But then I will find out that, okay, they don't really want it. I'm kind of like going overboard now, so let me just shut up. So I'm not in that category. So now we got one that's an ignoring narcissistic. Let me go back to the word. Narcissistic. We have a ignoring. Now these are parents who have very little interest in their children. Ignoring Narcissists clearly see the boundaries between themselves and their children. As a result, they neglect to take care of their children or show an active interest in their lives. I don't ignore my children. See, I have to try to go back with me being unsaved, right? I did have some problems of taking care of them, right? I did have some problems with that. But I would take care of them mentally. Like I would be there for them, take up for them. They can depend on me. I was that type of parent. As far as taking care of their personal needs, and I say personal needs, their hair, I may not wash their clothes all the time. I may not cook all the time. So, but my substitute in washing their hair, I will go get their hair done. I mean, not washing their hair, washing and taking care of their hair. I will go get it done. The substitute of cooking all the time, we will always go out and eat, and we do that today. We just, I buy food a lot. Um, what else I said? Doing their hair. Doing their hair. And yeah, that's about it. The doing the hair and the cooking. Those are my main things. And taking care of your children revolves around a whole lot of things than just having them look good, you know? And I was taught how to be a parent because I was around someone that took time out to parent me. You see what I'm saying? The how can I say? Being raised by an older parent, they may not know a lot about the modern way of living. So I was raised up and taught the old school, as they call it, you know. But the old school word would be used like I come from the old school, like the old music and the old movies, the old candies and stuff like that, the old 60, 70 clothes. No, when I say old school, I mean I was raised up in a religious home the old school way. So even the modern religion today, I can't relate to it. The modern songs today, I can't too much relate to it. A song has to get in my spirit, and it may be a modern one, it may be a contemporary one, but it has to do something to me in order for me to present it to my choir. In order for me to sing it, it has to represent something in my life. I just don't sing to follow trend, to follow the crowd, you know? And that's because I was raised by old school people. Old people. I was raised by spiritually informed people that passed all that knowledge, spiritual knowledge, over to me. You see what I'm saying? So now, with that being said, I didn't take care of my kids to the fullest, and to the way that I would have loved to have taken care of them. And that involved money, and that involved choices their choices that I would be able to fulfill. And when I could not fulfill them, it did something to me. It made me feel bad. Then that's where the low self-esteem would come from. And because my low self-esteem didn't come from people telling me I wasn't going to be nothing. People telling me that, oh, you ain't going to never be nothing. You ain't going to do nothing. All you're going to do is just run the street and be a drug addict or, or be a man and have a lot of babies. No, that never was instilled in my ear. I was told a lot that I was ugly, and I ain't gonna lie, I was an ugly looking kid, probably I can't really recall my childhood days of how I looked, because when you grow up, you see yourself, You know, I don't have no pictures of me when I was young. So I got pictures of me when I was young, but like 20 or something like that. I don't have no 6 and 7 pictures. I had one when I was 6. I gotta see if I don't really know where it's at. But I I I guess the main thing that I was missing was the love of affection. You see what I'm saying? I had the love. The love was there. You know what I'm saying? It was shown. It was represented, but it wasn't said a lot. It wasn't. It wasn't. How can I say? Demonstrated a lot. You know, hugging. I didn't get that much, and I'm a hugger. Hugging. I didn't get that much. Saying I love you a lot. I didn't get that. Um, I didn't grow up feeling that mommy didn't love me. I just grew up feeling that she didn't understand me. And I grew up feeling that she cared, or is it the care? Trying to make sure I get the word right. I think I used the word care growing up. I think I felt that she cared more for my cousin Renee that lived with me more so than me. I always would feel that she cared for other children more than me. But I didn't linger on it, meaning that it just would be something that maybe the devil would bring in my head. And then I would be like, nope, nope, nope. Because mommy really showed her love for me. She took care of me. And when I say she took care of me, I don't only mean that she cooked food for me and I ate. I don't only mean she washed my clothes. I don't only mean that she took care of my hair. I don't only mean that she washed me till I was 12 years old. Even when I was 12 years old, she watched me. I don't mean that. I mean that the love was felt. It was there. You see what I'm saying? That even if she yelled and screamed and slapped me in my face and told me to sit down somewhere, I knew she loved me. You know how kids, you scream at or you yell at your children or you slap them and now they got this thing that they going to hold on forever and say, oh, my mother don't love me because she beats me. You see what I'm saying? I didn't consider that as a beating when she would slap me. I didn't use the term, oh, she beats me. If I did, half the time I didn't do nothing. I'll be honest with you. I didn't do nothing. A lot of times I would get hit, and I'm not exaggerating. Some people, it's just like a person that get locked up, and they say, well, what you in here for? Oh, I didn't do nothing. And the answer is always, yeah, that's what they all say. But, and that's probably what y'all say, listen, yeah, that's what they all say. They always say, the kids always say they never did nothing. But I'm going to be honest with you. Very honest with you and the gods in heaven truth about this. I was not a child that started trouble. I was not a child that represented trouble. I was not a child that mommy had to always be yelling and screaming at me, get over here, do this, come home from school, all that. She sent, when it came time that I went to school by myself, because she took me to school every single day, up to about 10, 11 years of age, picked me up from school. She took me, brought me home. I did not eat in school. Lunch was made at home till I got in high school. When I got in high school, then I ate in school. Junior high school, I left junior high school. At those times, you can come out for lunch. You got permission to leave and go home for lunch and come back in time. Those was the days. They don't do that now because they know that if kids leave out of school, they ain't never coming back. They ain't come back for no afternoon class. But that's the way it was when I was going to school. I would leave school, go home, eat lunch. My lunch was ready. Always brought a friend home. My grandma used to tell me, Jaron, don't bring no friends here this morning. Okay, Ma. And what happened? I'm coming with a friend. And she was like, didn't I tell you not to? I know, Mommy, but me and her was talking. And I was like, you want to come home with me? See, that's why I said I was an early missionary. You want to come home with me? And they'll be like, all right. and my grandmother would fix the lunch, and and um and me and the girl would sit there and eat, and then when we finished, we would be like, all right, go brush your teeth, go back to school, and I go on back to school. So you can you can have things, meaning that your parents can be very good parents, treat you nice, take care of you, everything. But you see what I'm saying? If that's not in you, if it's not in you to be a cook, you ain't gonna be no cook. I don't care how much you want to be. You'll never learn how to cook because it's not in you. If you're not the type of person to keep yourself clean and clean your house and all that stuff, you could be around a person that is very clean, that keep, but it ain't gonna pass off to you because that ain't in your gene. You gotta understand that kids are born from all types of DNA, all types of genes, and all this stuff. That's where one child can have blue eyes and one child can have brown eyes, and the parent don't have neither. You see what I'm saying? This is how you're made. This is how the human race was made. Okay, so that is the ignorant one. So I don't do that. I have big interest in my, I'm nosy. Okay, so let's go on. Depending on what type of narcissistic, here we go. Narcissistic. Narcissistic. Depending on what type of narcissistic parent you have, you'll struggle with slightly different but similar issues. So, how does a narcissistic mother or father behave? Here are some of the main signs. So, I'm going to read them, and you check your list. They try to control you through codependency. Okay. I'm considering codependency is that they be in charge of everything. Okay? Let's see what codependency is. Codependency is psychological condition involving excessive emotional dependence on another person. Oh, no. I don't put Daniel into that category of, I've never heard her say to me, you want me to depend on you for everything. I don't want to do that. This is what she does say. You get mad when things don't go your way. That's what she said. That's what she said to our last conversation. Okay, codependency is a behavioral condition in a relationship where one person enables another person's addiction, poor mental health, immaturity, irresponsibility, or underachievement. Among the characteristics of codependency is an excessive reliance on other people for approval and a sense of identity. Definitions of codependency vary. I'm reading too fast. Definitions of codependency vary, but it is generally defined as a subclinical, situational, and or epistic behavioral condition similar to that of dependent personality disorder. Okay. Behavioral condition in a relationship where one person enables another person addiction. Okay, so somebody be in charge of the condition, immaturity, irresponsibility. Let's see, among the core characteristics of the excessive reliance on other people for approval and a sense of identity. So I don't know whether Danielle feels that way, whether she feels that she got to get approval from me, but I used to be like that. You see what I'm saying? Now, just like I said, I would go to my grandmother and get approval of a boyfriend. But I never went to her to approve any other things. I never went to her and say, "Oh, Mom, I want to buy a car. What you think I should do?" No. Or I would be like, I want to buy this dress. What you think is made like this? Not really. I will come to her for advice on things of importance. Whatever it may be, especially on the spiritual realm, I will come to her and ask things. But on my life, because I probably wouldn't be in a lot of mess that I wouldn't have been in a lot of mess that I was in if I'd have went to her. So I don't try to control through codependency. They lay on the guilt trip. They lay on the guilt thick. Okay, so I put a guilt. The only thing I say to Danielle is that it's okay though. It's okay because God see you. I ain't trying to put no guilt trip on nobody. I'm putting the truth on you because you do what you do, and my thing is that you should have. Oh, I think I must go in. You think what you think, you do what you do, but I just want you to know that what you think and do does not necessarily is right in the sight of God. So if I try to talk to you and you feel like you don't want to listen to me and then you want to get all beside yourself and start acting a fool, because I used to be like very particular of what I would say. I would be very, okay. This looks like it's going to be good, so I'm going to put it to record. And we're going to go YouTube. I'll go to YouTube so that way it'll be quiet. So now, I'll go and I'll try to talk to you. And I may give my opinion in certain situations, right? But the thing is that people have to believe in you. As a parent, your children have to believe that you're there to help them. And if you come to them and ask them for their opinions or their insight or their advice, then you, as a child, whether it's an adult child, should be willing and able to accept whatever the advice is, whatever the criticism is, whatever it is that they may tell you. You may not like it, but if you ask for it, then why are you trying to turn it back around on them when you're the one who asked for it? So maybe I do lay down a little guilt trip at times, but my thing is that my guilt trip is God. And I'll have a conversation with you, and I'll try to keep the spiritual side out of it because everything I look at is always on the spiritual side. And I may bring the spiritual side into it. But when you feel like you so grown that you want to start disrespecting God, then excuse you. I'm going to tell you, you better watch yourself because you ain't get where I am. You don't even have the mind frame that I have. You have a total different mind frame because if you had the mind frame that I have, then you'll be able to understand what it is I'm saying. But because your mind frame is gone, you have not started maturing yet. You see what I'm saying? There's some things I see that you matured in, but are maturing in. But then there's some things you are not maturing in. You refuse to let yourself grow in that area. You want to stay stagnated at that particular place in your life, in your mind, and you want to stay there. So therefore, when some other idea, somebody presents something else to you that's totally different, like have your mind going crazy. No, I'm not doing that. And then you want to make it seem like I'm talking to you and I'm saying you need to put on blue boots and you want to wear the red boots and you want to be like, but you trying to stop me from wearing the red boots. I said I wanted to wear the red boots, but you telling me I can't wear the red boots. I never said you couldn't wear the red boots. I said that the blue boots will go better with the outfit because you asked me. Now you want to put up a big argument because I said the blue boots, it looks better. And half the time somebody else said it. Okay, so and the number 3 is they only loved you when you did what they wanted. We know that ain't true. But on her part, she only loves me if I agree with what it is that she wants to do, if I allow her to do whatever she wants to do and don't never say nothing, then she fine with me. Mom, watch my child, I watch the child. Mom, you got this amount of money, I give her the money. Mom, I'm going here, I'm going to do this, go ahead. No, her life is just, I'm just going to live it. There's no boundaries. And that's what I told her. I said, you got to set boundaries of what you're going to do and what you're not going to do. So, I set a boundary where all 3 of us go pick up the kids on different weeks. Her week come, she missed 2 days. I say something about it, I'm the wrong one. Wait a minute, what am I missing here? This is what you're supposed to be doing. Now that you're not doing it, I'm saying something about it because now you're taking somebody else out of their time to take time out to go do your job when you were supposed to, and then you have no consideration. Then the next day, you do the same thing. So, okay. They like to get even with you. Oh my God. Yes, that is true. Get back. I got to get back at you. And I'm so glad I never had that spirit. People have done a whole lot of things in my life growing up, becoming into a woman, teenager to a woman, have did so much to me. But I never sat back and said, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to set up and do this. I would say I would say stuff like, I ain't watching children no more. Or I may say, when they ask me to do something, I'm not doing it. I mean, it's hard for me to say the things that I'm not going to do that's related to my parenthood, because then I'm being a bad influence and a bad example if I take what they did in an anger mode and don't do what I'm supposed to do. And being saved, I can't do that. And even when I was unsaved, my kids was little, so I couldn't be sitting up here being, well, I'm not going to feed them because they did this or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna get even. And the next number 5 is they never respect your boundaries. They compete with you. Lord Jesus, that is so true. They own your compliments. There's always a competeness going on. And see, maybe that's what Michelle is. Maybe she's let me pronounce the word again.
Narcissistic.
Maybe she's a narcissistic. Maybe somebody else is. I don't want to say their name on this video, but maybe you know who I'm talking about. They only love you when you did what they wanted. Wow. They like to get even with you, yes. Never respect your boundaries. They compete with you. It's always a competitiveness going on. They own your compliment. You do things and they take it. They take it. I could be talking to somebody and she would jump into it and say, oh, you do this, you do that, or you go like this, you go that. Now, mind you, I'm the parent. Somebody could ask me personally, and there she goes, stepping in and going on. And sometimes I have to say, excuse you, stay in your place. This is for me to do. Sometimes I got to tell her, you're not the adult. This is for me to take care of. You don't fight my battle. I don't need you to fight my battles. The Lord fight my battles. You see what I'm saying? And then they go attitude. I don't need you to do these things for me. I put my dependence on the Lord. So I don't need y'all to go out there and fight no battles with me. You see what I'm saying? When I had to fight and situations came to my door where I had to fight, I fought. I didn't go get nobody to help me. I didn't go, all right, I'm going down, this and that. Let me go get this person. I'm coming with 5 and 6 people. No, I go approach you. And when I approach you, I'm going to fight you. I don't care if I have a crowd. I don't care if it's just me by myself. I never was one to need a crowd to get initiated or need a crowd to, what's that word? What's that word when you not initiate? Instigate. I don't need no instigators. I don't need an instigator crowd. I could do this by myself. And see, since God is my savior, since he is my revenger, since he is my battle fighter, I go to him. And I sit back and let him do the work. There I go, taking the spiritual way. Okay. They own, and here go another one. This is the top notch. The top notch of them all. This should have been number 1. This should have been number 5. This should have been all of them, right? They constantly lie to you. I'm sitting here. What time is it? It's 11:32 a.m. I made a phone call. Y'all just look at the video of the times I was calling Danielle to come and do my hair. She the one who said she gonna do my hair in the morning. See, this is me. If I say something, I'm gonna try to do it. I'm gonna try to do it. And I have learned since I got deep in the Lord that my word is bond. You know why? Because it's him talking. And I can't make him look like a liar. So if I say I'm gonna do something, I gotta go do it. If I don't want to do it, sometimes I don't even want to do it. Sometimes I don't even feel like doing it. But because it's the Lord, since I represent the Lord, I got to go and do it. Okay, so they constantly lie. They never listen to or care about your feelings. Same thing I said to her. You going on, you saying this, you even saying that I'm mad because I didn't get what I wanted. I got the right to be mad. It's what I wanted. It's mine. It's not nothing that I'm asking from you. I'm not telling you to go buy me some leggings and I'm getting mad because you didn't buy. No, I have my own leggings. I bought my own leggings. The only thing I did was stuck them in your, and you don't have to worry about me doing that again, but I stuck them into your laundry bag thinking that you were going down the block to wash clothes, and when the clothes finished, you're coming back. If you had explained, you left all that out. So now you mad with me because I didn't know what you was doing. I didn't know you was going down the block, but you was washing in somebody's building. So you didn't tell me that. You didn't say, well, I'm not going straight to the laundry, mommy. I'm washing at such and such a house in his building. And, you know, I don't know when, as soon as it's done, I'll bring it to you. That's it. But you keep telling me that you washed them. When I asked you about it, no, I didn't wash it. I thought I washed it. I asked you again, it's washing. Well, how long? This is like 3 hours. How long? Does clothes wash? So now you mad with me because I want my leggings. I done missed 2 days for wearing my leggings. I don't care. They mine. And you get mad with me? I said, how you get mad with me with something that belong to me? Then you going to tell me I'm mad because I ain't get my way. What kind of foolishness is that? Okay, so they never listen to or care about it. So I told her, I said, so the thing is that you not even understanding how I feel. You busy talking about. Then she said, all my life this been going on. I said, you know what? You just attack my parenthood right now. And I feel some way about it. If you felt like this going all your life, now I have used that phase, but I have used it in a general stage. All my life, people have been doing this to me. That means that you're part of the people, that you are in that category of everybody doing it. I'm not signaling you. Now, if you want to take it that I am, then you're free to take it because you is in that category. But I didn't say you do this to me all the time and I'm sick and tired of you doing and you no. So she said, all my life you've been. I jumped on that. I said, you know what? Now you're attacking my parenthood and I have nothing else to say to you. So now you let me know how you felt about the way I was bringing you up. And then somebody going to get into it and say, well, she's not attacking your parent. She's just saying all her life, this is what you've been doing. I said, excuse you? Then what you think that's talking about? What part you don't understand? All her life. What other parent been in her life? Ain't no other parent been in her life. I've been in her life. And then think about it, 6 years of her life, I wasn't in it. So she's speaking a lie then. It wasn't all her life. But we'll exclude the 6 years that I wasn't in it, and we'll put that in there. So you're talking about me. So now you're telling me that you've been feeling this way. Oh, well, all my teenage. Now you want to change to teenage years. Still, I don't care if you make it teenage years or not. It's still me. I'm still parenting you. And you can't tell me nothing about your teenage years because you was only 12 years old when you ran away. You wasn't a teenager. So what I got to do? So what you saying? Get it together. Which one is it? Your teenage years or all your life or from 1 to 5? Get it together. Regardless, I'm your parent. So now you're telling me that how you felt all your life, you disapprove of my parenthood. Well, you know what? You ain't got to worry about me. Then what did I say? I said, you go find you another mother. I said, you ain't satisfied with this mother? Go find you another mother. Apparently, she think mother grows on trees. You think you could just walk around and say what you feel like to a person and think people ain't going to respond. Sounding like some Holy Ghost filled church folks that I know. Say all they want to say to you, do all they want to do to you, and then when you respond back, especially if it's negatively, then all of a sudden you ain't saved no more. I don't know about these Holy Ghost filled. Excuse you. You supposed to have the same Holy Ghost I got. So how you think I feel about your Holy Ghost? If you feel like you can talk about mine, I can talk about yours. And then you say, watch how you talk about God's people. Watch how you talk about God's anointing. Excuse you. I'm one of his anointings too. My Bible say now, beloved, now are we the sons of God. It didn't say now are you. It didn't just say now is the bishop, now the pastor, now the elders. Or something. No, beloved, now are we the sons of God. And it does not yet appear what we shall be. But I was going to add a word. I would say, but one thing we do know, but that's not what the word said. Beloved, now are we the sons of God, and it does not yet appear what we shall be. But we know that when he shall appear, we shall be like him. For we shall see him as he is. That's right. That's right. We're going to be like him. We living down here, representing him. But when he comes back, we're going to be just like him. So all of this foolishness, Even this let me go back to the word
Narcissistic.
narcissistic characteristics of people. I ain't worrying about it. People can think whatever they want to think about me. They can feel whatever they want to feel about me. They can have an outlook of whatever outlook they feel that they should have about. It's okay. Because see, I'm serving a living God. And I ain't got time for nobody's foolishness. I ain't got time for nobody's negative opinions. I ain't got time for nobody unsentful opinions, unsentful thoughts. Because see, I serve a powerful God. And when I received the Holy Ghost, He gave me power to overcome these things. He gave me the power to put the devil under my feet. He gave me the power to rebuke him. So I ain't got to be like feeling like I'm timid to him. He ain't nobody. Because when Jesus died and rose, He went and took the keys. And now He got the keys of death, hell, and the grave. So the devil got to do all he going to do because he know his time is going to be up. And when Jesus come back, that's going to be it. So let's go on. They constantly insult you. Okay, let me see. I call it disrespectful. Let me see what insulting means. To speak to or treat with disrespectful or scornful abuse. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Now, just like I said, I always was one to watch my words around my children, to them. I wouldn't say certain things. Like I could say that somebody's a thief. I know they're a thief. I know they stole from me. I could say that I can know that one of them is what's that word? No, what's the word? The person is very promiscuous, right? But I won't say nothing. Yet and still other people can see it. Other people is responding a certain way. I can see how you are with guys and stuff like that. But I don't say nothing. I just continue to let you go on and on and on. Your relationships are not lasting. Every guy that you be with is talking about you as a woman, as a person, right? And I'm just sitting there and I'm just like, I don't want to hurt him. I don't want to say nothing because I don't want to hurt him. So now the time has come that I am going to start insulting you. Because maybe you'll understand insulting because I'm trying to be, well, you know what? I'm trying to be nice to them. I'm trying to explain to them in a nicely fashion, a mannerable fashion, a respectful, and don't want to hear it. So now it'll come to a point with me that I'm going to be point blank with you. And I know I can bring my words. Because just like I said, English was I may not know all the words to use, but I know how to use them. You see what I'm saying? I always have a way with words. So when that time comes that this is the time that I need to teach and teach harshly, I'm going to say, and the words may be insulting and it may hurt you and you may not like them, but the truth is going to always hurt. And if you decide to take that truth and put it within you and plant it within you and then respond to it rapidly and effectively, then the results will be worthful. If you take it negatively and respond wrongfully, then your results will be negative. Okay, stress on the second step. You are insulting the woman I love. Offend, give, cause offend to affront, abuse, be rude to, call someone names. Okay. They constantly insult you. They exert expletive control over you. Explicit. Okay, let's see what explicit means. Stated clearly and in detail, leaving no room for confusion. Oh, no. Cause instructions have been quite explicit, clear, direct, plain, obvious, straightforward, clear cut, crystal clear, clearly expressed. Yes. No. They exert explicit control over you. They gaslight. They gaslighted you. Is that a word? It got to be a word. Let's see. No, a type of lamp. No. Here we go. Gaslight. Manipulate someone by psychology means into questioning their own sanity and the fact everyone is being gaslighted by her. From the storyline of the film, in which a man psychologically manipulate his wife into believing that she is going insane. Well, I did take up psychology, so I know how to use reverse psychology on people. They parentified you. That a word? Let's see. Gotta be. They wouldn't use it if it wasn't a word. Parentification is the process of role reversal whereby a child is obliged to act as parent to their own parent or sibling. In extreme cases, the child is used to fill the void of the alienating parent's emotional life. To distinguish parentification have been identified technically: instrumental parentification, emotional parentification. Okay, so reversal whereby a child is obligated to act as parent to their own parent or sibling. In extreme cases, the child is used to fill the void of the alienating parent's emotional life. Wow. Okay, they have a favorite, a golden child. Okay. Prefer before all others of the same kind. Best love, most like, favorite, dearest, treasures, pet, special, closest to one's heart. Well, I think mine's is opposite. Tandra. See, that's why I say it's the opposite. Because my favorite children was Danielle and Terrence. I mean, Danielle, and Tandra. Right? But they was only my, well, I don't even want to say the favorite child. I won't even say that. The actual favorite child was Mary, to be honest. Because Mary was the one that gave me less trouble. So they were saying that Mary was the favorite. But in all honesty, let me get it right. Let me think it, because my head is saying one thing and my mouth is saying another. My head is saying that my favorite children was Tandra and Danielle, because they was the one I'm the hardest on. Mary I wasn't hard on, because she was the middle child. She's the one that's being taught. Tandra is the first girl. Tandra's the first girl. Danielle was the last girl. So Tandra took all the pressure of being there, helping me, teaching. You know what I'm saying? When things get a little bit too hard in reference to the family, I'll be honest, no. I didn't really talk to Tandra that much. Me and Tandra talked. We had a lot of disagreements. We separated for a while, etc., etc. But I had a favorite. I really don't. Now that I'm thinking about it, it's not really a favorite. It seems that way to children, because they would say that Damani is my favorite, but he's not. Damani is just more mannerable, and that's what causes me to cling to him. You see what I'm saying? And you see, Mary likes Junior. You see what I'm saying? So, it's not really a favorite. It's just the fact that your connection to that child is a little bit stronger than the other ones. And I'm connected to Tandra because of what happened to Tandra that caused me to be connected to her. And I'm connected to Danielle because Danielle died in me. So, Mary was okay. Mary was a standalone child. Mary was able to make it. You see what I'm saying? Mary got that about her. But there was some vulnerability in Tandra and there's some vulnerability in Danielle. So therefore, my connection to them was a little bit stronger because I was trying to make them that woman that they need to be. I didn't work too much on Mary. You see what I'm saying? And Mary was more, I don't know, Mary was not a problem child. You see what I'm saying? So it wasn't a whole lot of attention I needed to give to Mary. Tandra and Danielle are attention children. Terrence, I didn't have too much problems with Terrence. But Tandra and Danielle, and she always say, you don't get on Mary. You don't say nothing to Mary. I don't have to say nothing to Mary because, see, I understand Mary concept. I have an understanding of her. And you can't do what Mary do because you ain't the age of Mary. So stay in your own lane. Okay, they react intensively to any form of criticism, yes. They projected their bad behavior onto you, yes. I mean, it's turned over. They the one who doing the bad, but they making it seem like it's you that's the bad person. Okay, they never display any empathy. Oh, let me look that up. I was looking that up before, but I didn't get to it. Let's see what that empathy is: the ability to understand and share the feelings. What is really important about learning a language is learning empathy for another culture. Affinity with, rapport with, sympathy. Wow, you know what? A lot of people ain't got that. A lot of saved people don't have empathy. They can't take on the feelings of others. They don't feel it. They just, oh, that's good for you. You homeless, get on out of here. You don't have to be homeless. Just like I work, you could work. That is true, but everybody is not the same. And it's a shame how people is one-sided and one-minded to feel like the whole world is in one category. If one person can work, everybody feel like everybody can work. That's why you have a system that helps people because they know there's people out there that can't work. They have a system of SSI, a system of Social Security. Then they have the system of Social Security disability because there's people that worked and became disability. There's people, disabled. There's people that worked, right, under a disability. You see what I'm saying? So these systems are there. These programs are there to help because they know everybody is not the same. The only people that think everybody's the same is the welfare system. I don't care if you got a leg missing. They want you out there doing some type of work. I don't care if your arm is too short to box with God. They want you out there doing some kind of work. Why? Because they're paying you. So they're giving you whatever amount of money that they feel is affordable to you and your family or just to you. What? You want us to give you that money? You're going to get out there and do something. You don't do nothing, you don't get nothing. See what I'm saying? So empathy, they don't know. That's really. They were infallibility correct and never wrong. Infallibility. Infallibility. Philippi. Okay, let's see what that means. Infallibility. Incapable of making mistakes or being wrong. Never failing, always effective. Wow. Never wrong. Sure, as you say, you're never wrong. They like to present a perfect family image to outsiders. Keep in mind, there's a difference between, here go that word again, narcissistic. Oops. I just closed that. Wait a minute, let's go up here. I'm missing close it. Okay, so narcissistic.
Narcissistic.
Narcissistic. Keep in mind that there's a difference between narcissistic behavior, which only comes out every now and then, and narcissism. Narcissism. CCISSISM. Okay.
Narcissism.
Narcissism. Okay. All right. We all have a tendency to be narcissistic given the right circumstances, such as high stress, but narcissism is ongoing, chronic, and pathological. I'll go into these 19 signs more in depth below. They try to control you through codependent. In other words, you were told by your parents, don't leave me. I need you. I can't live without you. This may impossible to live a woman's life and establish independent priorities other than catering to the needs of your parents. They lay on the guilt trip. Another method of controlling you was to constantly guilt trip you into doing what they wanted. They may have told you, I've done so much for you. I've sacrificed everything for you. As a result, you felt in debt to them and through you owe to them as though you owe them complete obedience. They only loved you when you did what they wanted. Your parents withdraw love easily. If you failed to do what they wanted, they would either punish you severely or give you the silent treatment. You had the impression that they only love you when you prove your worth to them. You know, my kids could do something and I'll be right there talking to them, trying to conversate with them. They the one that would be standoffish. They would be walking around here mad, even they else. I have an argument with her, a disagreement with her. She don't say nothing to me. She walk past me, don't say nothing, be mad or whatever. So I start doing it. I'd be like, all right, you want to feel that way? Hey. I didn't come out room, don't say nothing. They like to get even with you. When you did something wrong against their will, even in the smallest way, they make sure they punish you. This petty and childish way of getting even may have been stubble of every obvious. For instance, they may have deliberately sabotaged something you cared about, broke something of yours, or hid something to get back at you. Yes. Let me tell you. She wasn't crazy about Natriel. He brought us both iPods. She done took the iPad. She lost the iPod. At one time, she had one, lost one. When I go get all right, give me the other one. Now we can't find it. Now she talking about it was in the bag. Now it's gone. What do you mean it's gone? Like somebody came in there and took it. For real? You know you took that out. And now you're using it. It's going to come. It's going to come out. Let's see what else. She'll sabotage something that's mine. Something that I really like, she'll get it and she'll use it and she'll use it and she'll use it until it's all broken up or until it's all faded out or it's all dirty and stinking or whatever. She'll get a coat, like she had a coat of mine and I liked it, the coat, and she wore the coat. No, not the coat. It was a bag. She'll, whatever it is that she see that I like a lot, she'll go and get it and she'll use it and she'll wear it and she'll wear it and she'll wear it or she'll use it or she'll whatever until, and she try to get a response out of me. And a lot of times I catch it and I don't say nothing. And then when it's all broken up or it's all dull or it's all dead or I can't use it no more, then I fuss with her and say, you see what you did? Now it's me. I'll get it. For instance, my Uggs, right? I bought the Uggs. They my Uggs. She didn't buy them. I bought them. We get back here. We move here in this little apartment. She wears them all the time, every single day. She wears them. Wear them around the house. Now, Tandra died. Tandra had a whole lot of Uggs. I couldn't fit Tandra Uggs. I had a pair of Tandra Uggs I don't know. I think somebody else got them. I think Mary got them or something. But she took my Uggs. They all had Uggs then. And Tanja had a lot of Uggs.
12 o'clock.
She took the Uggs. They all, 3 of them had Uggs. 2 of them had Uggs, and I had bought my own. She took my Uggs. She wearing them today. They all messed up. I put my foot in them one time. I was like, oh no. And I told her, I said, you got to buy me another pair of Uggs. You think I got a pair of Uggs yet? Mm-mm. She done messed them all up. She done wore them in the rain. They all, oh my goodness. I was so ticked. And here I am. I don't have no boots to wear. I got all my dressed up boots. I'm wearing some rubber boots. I say they rubber. That's it. But I buy the stuff that I want to wear. I had a coat. She wore that coat. She wore that coat. She wore that coat. Wore that coat. Got dirty. Didn't want to clean it. I had to go clean it. As soon as I clean it, she want to wear it. Now here's the catch. She'll wash something. She'll see that I like something. Like there was a sweater that she had. She saw that I wore it. So I had it hung it up in the closet. She took the sweater down. She started wearing it, right? After a while, she don't want to wear it no more. So I took the sweater, I washed it, put it in my laundry, dropped it off, let it get clean. Now I'm wearing it, right? I'm wearing it. Then she'll be like, you see my sweater? I'll be like, what sweater? Boom. She got it. She want the sweater. I bought some Abercrombie and Fitch. I'm just going through it. As you see, it's how they'll get even with you. I bought some Abercrombie and Fitch cashmere sweaters, gray and brown. She will wear them. When I first bought them, I couldn't even wear them. Because every time I turn around, she got them on. Which reminds me, I had a sweater. I wonder if she got that sweater. It was a sweater that I would wear that she said she would wear to work. Now, it's my sweater now. I fussed with her. I said, damn, where my sweater? Oh, I got it at. Can I have my sweater, please? I was going to put it back. I just wear it for work. I don't care what you wear it for. It's mine. So when you finish with it, you hang it back up. Because if I wear something, you coming in my room taking it. Okay. But she has gotten like the headphones. She lost the headphones, whatever the case may be. She lost hers. And she came and got mine. And I feel that she did that because she didn't want me to have nothing that the man gave me. They never respect your boundaries. There wasn't any private space to call your own growing up. You're narcissistic.
Narcissism.
Narcissistic, right? Go back. Narcissistic. Your narcissistic mother or father will go through your room and private belongings without a thought, sometimes even using what they found against you. They competed with you. If you ever got something nice, they took it from you or got something nicer to outdo you. People would say that about Dan. Somebody would get their hair done and Dan would go and get their same hairstyle. And she'll try to do it better than the person that did it. And somebody else will do the same thing to her. She'll get a new style and they'll go do it. So they both narcissistic people. They own your accomplishment. Whenever someone compliments your achievements, your parents will instantly jump in and shift the attention to themselves. For example, someone congratulates you for winning a soccer trophy. Your parents will butt in and say something along the lines of, yes, she gets, can you heat this up? Put it on 2.6. 2.6. Why that light on? Huh? Huh? Need it for what? No, you don't. What you saying? Huh? Okay. All right. Okay, yes, she gets it from me. I was always athletic as a child. They love the spotlight and frequently stole it from you. They constantly lied to you. Your parents lied to manipulate, control, and take advantage of you in some way, shape, or form. See, this is not a parent. This is my child. And while I'm reading it, I'm making sure that I don't fall in that category. Okay, try to manipulate, control, or take advantage of you in some way, shape, or form. You never know what you could trust was real or truthful around them, or whether they were setting up a hidden trap for you to fall into. That is so true. That's what Mary had said about Dan. She said, I don't know. They don't like this, they don't like that. They never listened to or cared about your feelings. You felt that you should never share your feelings with your parents because they would either make fun of you or talk about themselves instead. Somehow, whatever issue you faced as a child was sprung into pity party for them, not you. They constantly insulted you. You're narcissistic. Here we go with this word again.
Narcissistic.
Narcissist. Where's, oh, okay. Thank you. Narcissistic.
Narcissistic.
Narcissistic. Narcissistic mother or father. Berated, demean it, and embarrass you on a constant basis. They may have even latched onto an insecurity of yours and used it to humiliate. No, I don't do that to my kids. They exerted split control over you. In other words, when you didn't obey them, they would punish you. The message was very clear. Obey me or I'll punish you. You will punish through emotional or physical abuse, including emotional blackmail, hitting, or beating. Only when they did something wrong, that's when I would hit them. I would never hit them because they didn't do what I wanted them to do. If I told them, you don't mess with Jack, and you go on and mess with Jack, when you get home, I will beat them now. If I tell you to don't go in the refrigerator, and it's not even a concept of not being able to eat food. It's the concept of being able to be obedient and not steal other people's stuff. So if I tell you don't wear my coat, I'm trying to think what I would hit him for. I probably would yell, I told you not to wear it. But a hitting it, I'm trying to think of something that would cause me to hit them. Because it had to be something really, a lie. You're lying to me. A thief? Okay, that would cause a hit. I told you to go to the store and you would land up in a guy's house, sexing, or in a guy's house, and you be there all night and don't come home till the next morning. Yeah. Then you get mad with me because I take my key. Be mad. Okay. They gaslighted you. In order to control you, they use a psychological manipulation tactic known as gaslighting. What this means is that they would deliberately make you feel crazy or cause you to doubt your insanity in order to gain the upper hand. This led to the development of constant self-doubting during your childhood, adolescence, and present life. Read more about gaslighting. Okay, so my thing is that the knowledge and the understanding that Daniel has causes me to explain things to her. And when I talk to her in a teaching mode, and I keep telling her, no, you don't get it, it's not like that, she takes it offensive, like I'm trying to degrade her and make her sound stupid. But then she does the same thing. But she don't do it in the way that I do it. She do it like, I saw you with my pocketbook walking down the street. You bring the pocketbook back, and now it's in your closet ripped. Then I saw you walking down the street with the bag. What bag? You ain't seen me walking down the street with no bag. Damn, you had the bag. No, I didn't. I wore the bag last week. No, this was yesterday. No, it wasn't. It's last. Now she's trying to make me think like I'm stupid. And I know I just saw you walking down the street with the bag. Let's say 5 minutes ago. And you coming right quick and you hide it because you saw me coming behind you. Even though you didn't know, you had to turn around. So you hurry up and go inside. Now you're going to play like, you ain't see me coming? Why you leave the door open? Oh, I didn't see you. Okay. They parent you. As a child, you was expected to parent your parent or behave as a surrogate parent to cater to their needs instead of them catering to yours. I ain't catering to nobody. They using the wrong word. I ain't catering to no children. I'll cater to your needs, meaning that I'll take care of you, you know, do the right thing in reference to making sure your needs are met. But you ain't gonna manipulate me to cater to you. I don't like that word, cater to you. They had a favor. If in your family, there was the golden child and the scrap gold child. In other words, one child was seen as perfect and capable of doing no harm. The other child was seen as the black sheep and the cause of all the issue. This is also known as an identified parent. These roles could have also switched frequently. Now, she know that I never said that Mary was perfect. What I said is that I deal with Mary how I deal with Mary. You got to find a way to deal with Mary. You don't know how to deal with Mary, don't get mad with me how I deal with her. Because, hello, that's my child. And how I choose to deal with her is how I've been dealing with her 7 years before you was born. By the time you was born, Mary was 7. By the time you got 7, Mary was 14. So Mary 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. So come on, let's be realistic. They react intensely to any form of criticism. Did you ever criticize your mother or father? What was their general reaction? If your mother or father was a narcissistic, they likely reacted in an extreme way. They would scream at you and likely physically hurt you through smacking or some other method. Now I'm always yelling, always screaming. So she want to say to me, "No, you're just mad because you didn't get your way." Get my way? I'm like, now if y'all listen to this, you tell me. Let me just put this picture to y'all, and y'all tell me what I was mad because I didn't get my way. As I said, I had my leggings. I put my leggings in her laundry bag because I thought she was going up the block to wash clothes and coming back. I didn't realize she was going to make a stop. Well, let me put it this way. I knew she was going to make a stop somewhere because she had a child. Well, no, I'm going to take that back. I didn't know that she was making a stop because I just figured, I asked her, I said, "You taking Elizabeth with you?" "Yeah, I'm going to take her with." So I'm thinking she's going to the laundry. I said, well, I asked in reference to my other stuff. I'm glad she didn't take them because then we really would have been in a big disagreement. So now I put my leggings in her bag. Let's say this is Monday, right? I text her Monday evening. Actually, I have to go with the day because I was going to church. So she put them Tuesday. I put them in Tuesday. She went to the laundry. I texted her Wednesday about it. She said, "Oh, I washed them." Okay. Make sure you bring them before it's time for me to go to church because I need them for church. Nothing. I didn't hear nothing whether you was bringing them. I didn't hear nothing whether you was not bringing them. I didn't hear nothing whether they was washed, whether they was dried, whether they ripped, whether they tore, whether they stranked. Nothing. So I went on to church. I didn't say nothing. Now come Thursday. Remember it was Tuesday. Wednesday, that's 2 days. So now we're on the third day. So I said, all right, is they ready? No, they're not ready. Yeah, right. This is Thursday. I got to go out. I got to go to Brooklyn. So now we're having a big heated argument because, now here's the thing. She washed them. Her first load, which I guess was Tuesday or Wednesday, did not have my leggings in it. Now she washed them Wednesday. She came to the house, but she forgot to bring them. Right? So now I went another whole day without them. I come home from church, I still didn't get them. So I ain't saying, now it's Thursday. Now I'm hearing that she washed them, but she forgot them. Now I'm hearing, oh, they wasn't in the first wash. Well, she did tell me that Wednesday they wasn't in the first wash. Okay, all right. Now it's all about my parenthood. Now it's all about um. Now it's all about um. You. What did you say? All my life you've been doing this. Now it's all about me being mad because I didn't get what I wanted. But they mine. I could see, maybe my concept is wrong. Maybe my outlook on it is wrong. I could see if I was saying, you were supposed to go buy me some leggings. And you didn't buy me no leggings. Why you didn't buy me no leggings? Well, mommy, I had to use the money. What you mean you had to use the money? You said you was going to do this. Why you didn't do this? You were supposed to do what I said did. You were supposed to buy that for me. No, I'm upset because I don't win 2 days going into a third day without something that was mine that I needed. And she probably was saying, well, she got other leggings. Those leggings was from Uniqlo and they heat tech. So those are the ones that kept the heat in. They kept you warm. So at that particular time that I was fussing, it was crazy cold. And I wanted my leggings. And whether it was crazy hot, they're mine. And I'm saying to her, how you getting all upset with me with something that belonged to me? And then you want to talk about me being mad because I didn't get my way. Excuse you, shouldn't I be mad? It's mine. So my question is, should I or should not? I have not been mad because she had the leggings, washed them, forgot to bring them, had the leggings, thought she washed them and didn't, but never told me nothing, never said nothing. When I texted her and asked her, it was all about, I'm washing them. The clothes are still washing. We're on the second day now, the third day. Oh, they still washing. Another conversation. Oh, in the same conversation, another conversation. Yes, they was washed. She got them. She just walked out and forgot them. And then somebody gonna say, well, you know what? It's not even, they just leggings. In other words, they just, excuse you. How you gonna disregard? Y'all both in the same category. No wonder y'all get along. How you gonna disregard someone else's feelings about what they feel in reference to what belongs to them? And just like and I told her then, and I told him, she do not own up to responsibility, and she knows that. She do not set boundaries. Now, according to this, it say that a narcissistic, however you say it, does not respect boundaries. She do not have any boundaries. I have boundaries, and she breaks my boundaries. I have rules and regulations, and she breaks them. So therefore, okay, say, for example, if you was in an argument, you're narcissistic, back to this word again, gosh, this is a title. Narcissistic mother or father will hysterically scream at you. How dare you talk to your mother that way? Go to your room. We'll talk after you stop screaming at me. Okay, now, I would say that. How you going to disrespect? But the thing is that I have no problem with Danielle expressing her feelings. Even if she feel like yelling, I have no problem. The problem comes in when I do it. If I get to yelling, she'd be like, why are you yelling? She takes it on a defense instead of taking it as, that's my feelings. That's what I do. When I'm upset, I'm very passionate about wrong. You see what I'm saying? And doing the right thing. So when it's done against me, I become very passionate. And my tone of voice goes up. I get to arguing with you. Maybe it is a yelling. I get to yelling. But it's how I'm feeling. It has nothing against you. And I may say, the thing is that you disregard my feelings. I'm talking about my feelings. I didn't say I disregard you. I said I don't know. How can I say it? I'm not saying that I don't want to be bothered with you because you disregarded my feelings. I don't want to be bothered because you're acting like the disrespectful. My term of being a disrespectful child is when you come at your parent, you come at your mother as if you're going to fight her. That's disrespectful. You should never, I feel, a child should never go into that lane to their parent. You should never put your parent in the same category as you would your friend. And I would say that I'm not your friend. You don't talk to me that way. I put myself in a category as a parent. So when I talk to you and I yell at you and I may scream at you and I may chastise you, criticize you, that's a parent. I'm not doing it to start a fight with you. And that's why kids wind up killing their parents or parents wind up killing their kids, because their mentality is for fighting. It's not for learning. Oh, my mother felt some kind of way because I didn't wash her leggings. So to solve the whole thing, okay, mommy, I did wash your leggings. I forgot to bring them. I should have told you, and I apologize. Boom, that's it. Okay, that's it. All right, no problem, Dan. That's the end of the conversation. But they should have in here that they are argumental. They love to argue. They love to start drama. If things could be going fine and you just ask one question and next thing you know, you in a whole big old ball out with the person, with her. And all you did was, can I have my leggings? When are you going to bring my leggings? You see what I'm saying? So I would say, no, I never would say, well, go to your room. She would go to her room and slam doors. And I'd be like, you ain't slamming no doors up in my house. Because I take that as disrespect as well. And I'll go back and bust the door open. You ain't closing no doors up in here. I'm here to tell you, you ain't closing none up in here. This is my house, my room, that all of us got to pay rent for. I'm not going to even say I'm paying the rent. We all paying the rent up in here. So everybody got they rooms, and they supposed to be respectable in it. Go around slamming no doors. What? What? No, I ain't going to no Family Dollar. So, I don't ever say go to your room. And sometimes I would say, you know what, we'll talk about that another time. But I'm the type of person that when I'm heated, I got to get what I'm saying out. And so the person was saying, I'm trying to talk. I said, excuse you, I'm trying to vent right now. Why can't I vent? Why I got to sit and listen to everybody else? I'm the one who made this conversation. So I made the conversation. Now I got to sit and listen to y'all. I'm the one who made the conversation. I'm the one who made the call, rather. And y'all want to take the conversation and run away with it and put it in your own aspects and try to what? I don't know what you're trying to do. But I made the call. I want to vent. You done said what you had to say. So now, even if I call and I do all the talking, I made the call. You want to talk? Let's hang up and you call me back. Well, I'm trying to talk. I don't want to hear what you got to say right now. Just that simple. She done said what she said. She done attacked my parenthood. What are you going to say? You don't know nothing. Nothing for you to say. Okay, they never display any empathy. They never ask about your feelings, sympathize with you, or care. They seem to be solely interested in their own feelings. Yep, I know quite a few people like that. They were infallibly correct, and never wrong. Even when they made a mistake or treated you in an unfair or unjust way, they never apologized for their mistake. When you confronted them about it, they denied all accusations and tried to spin the blame on you. This is how I know that demons really exist and they do take over your body. The cause.